Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Cats channel. Today we are back in Helldivers 2 and I'm going to be showing you the most recent new enemy released in it, the Factory Strider. This big monstrosity of a thing that has been absolutely plaguing the lands, a scourge on the battlefield, absolute menace. So today, hopefully, I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks on how to get around it and hopefully how to deal with it in your future operations. So with that, I want you to sit back with a nice piping hot cup of liberty, and I'm going to be showing you a deep dive, hopefully, on how to defeat these Factory Striders. So, when it comes to stratagems and loadouts, what is the perfect answer? What should you be using? Well, in my case, or in any of the cases, there isn't a perfect answer. You can use from the array of weapons that you're given a large choice to take down the Factory Striders. However, there are some better weapons and some better stratagems than others, which I'm hopefully going to show you in my video, such as like the orbital barrages. They're very, very good. The orbital laser, that's also very, very good. And of course, the Eagle Strikes, very, very good. Anything that has high damage or armor penetrating or explosive damage does quite effectively against the Factory Strider compared to some of the lesser guns or novelty weapon stratagems. Hopefully though, in this video, I'm going to show you that so that you don't have to waste your own time on the battlefield finding out what doesn't work. But first, let's have a look and have a better understanding of the Factory Strider. Right, let's just get stuck into it then. So, the Factory Strider. Look at the size of that, guys. It is huge. What does it do? What is it? Well, the Factory Strider, it has an array of weapons. It has machine guns. It has a big cannon on its back. And implied in its name, Factory Strider, it can spawn enemies. It is a walking factory that produces minions that will come to kill you. To end your life, to end your days, to make your game experience worse. So, how do we deal with them? What can we do about them? Well, let's find out. So, as you can see here, we can hop a lift from the Factory Strider to get even a closer look at it. We can even go on its head and go on its body, and this provides us actually quite sufficient cover. So while I'm up here, let's have a talk about the guy. Let's have a look at him. As you can see here, there is a lot of room on top of this guy. So much room that you could probably get your whole party up here. However, not that it brings you any benefits, it's just a nice platform. It would have obviously a cannon here, but I took that out earlier so that way we could walk freely on top of him. Otherwise, that would have the barrel down my neck right now. As you can see here, I'm throwing down an EMP, hopefully to immobilize this big guy, which I'll soon find out that doesn't do anything to him, merely a tickle. But also that there are some vents on top of him, which are also weak points. So this does actually make it tactical to get on top of him. However, there are vents all around him as well, which I might add. So now that I've shown you the top of it and what it looks like moving, I'm now going to show you what a dead Factory Strider looks like. So that way we can get a better look at it without it shooting back at us. As you can see here, this guy is massive. He's probably a double-decker bus compared to me, maybe 2 double-decker buses compared to me. He is a scary motherfucker not to be messed with. And whoever designed him and made him, kudos to them, because you have definitely made an intimidating, scary enemy that is a struggle to deal with. So honestly, I respect that. It is a scary enemy. So now that we've looked at all angles of the Factory Strider, let's talk about how to defeat it. And this might come as pretty obvious as anything, but it's going to be explosions, it's going to be armor penetrating, it's going to be massive amounts of damage, such as the Exo Suit, Eagle Strikes, Railgun Strikes, you name it, something big, something heavy to whack this big boy back. That's how you're going to defeat it. Bullets, as you can see here, just recoil, ricochet off its armor, so therefore I don't advise using them. Any sort of machine gun, heavy machine gun, any of your standard sort of rifles. But what does go through it is medium armor weapons or explosive weapons, such as the phaser, as I'm using here, one of my favorite ones. Or if you can somehow get underneath it and hit its undercarriage, that is also massively weak armor. I believe even light machine guns can do damage to that. The laser, as you can see here, does no damage. It just bounces off its armor and doesn't do anything, merely just giving him a massage. The Quasar Cannon does some damage, I believe, However, I do believe that you are looking at 15 shots before you do any significant damage, and they all have to be good shots. My weapon of choice is the recoilless rifle. The reason why I picked this is because using 2 of its rockets directly on the back of its turret blows up the Factory Strider's turret, removing one of its main problems to deal with very, very quickly. Also, not only does the recoilless rifle have massive amounts of range, you can also get teammates to help you reload or carry multiple of them. Once you have used or expelled all your rounds of the recoilless rifle, it does take 1 orbital to kill it, but I think this is a small price to pay to taking out a Factory Strider. I did attempt to use the spear to see how good or effective it was against the Factory Strider. However, I found it lacking. Once you destroyed the turret on top of the Factory Strider's back, the targeting system seemed to not be able to find the Factory Strider, even with it up close and personal in your face, as you can see in this clip.
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Other than using weapons and other stratagems, what else do we have at our disposal? We have the Exo Suit. The Exo Suit is incredibly good for taking out the Factory Strider. 2 rockets from it will take out the turret on top, and the rest of the rockets can actually effectively kill the Factory Strider if you get the right shots in by hitting its vent and its weak points. However, it does come as a glass cannon, because if the Factory Strider shoots you once with its turret, you will die instantly and blow up into little itty bitty pieces. Also, while adding to that, the machine gun that you bring doesn't do anything to the Factory Strider, however, it is very useful for clearing little minions. So far we've gone through the weapons and the Exo Suit. Now onto the stratagems. So when it comes to stratagems, I will say you want to be bringing that orbital laser, you want to bring in that orbital strike, maybe even a 120 barrage. The 120 barrage is incredibly powerful and keeps the Factory Strider in one place as it's constantly barraging of enemies. The Eagle Strike Bomb also heavily effective, especially if you can get it underneath its feet. Big bomb, big boom, all the better for killing the Factory Strider. So I hope you found this video informative. If you did, feel free to leave a like, a comment, or even subscribe. It goes a long way in my world, and any love is good love. I now hope to show you some solo gameplay of me doing a Factory Strider by myself to show that it can be done. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Fight of a Cat, signing off. Bye!
Firing orbital barrage, clear the area.
Dirty, rotten traitor. Dirty, rotten traitor.